recently in some Zemstovs, the people have been carried away with senseless dreams of taking part in the business of government. Let everyone know that I will retain the principles of autocracy as firmly and unbendingly are the plans for Kadinka.
Too many peasants in one place, all wanting free food and drink.
It will be fine.
O Lord God of our fathers, inspire and enlighten my path and direct my actions in this awe-inspiring mission.
How many dead?
It is yet to be confirmed.
We must cancel the celebrations.
I would advise against that.
But surely we must acknowledge the tragedy.
It is only a tragedy if you make it one.
I can't. It's not right.
Just this one, then we'll have done our duty.
This will come back to haunt us. You should have sent more Cossacks to manage the crowds. This blood will stain his reign.
He saw his opportunity in the Far East.
This brought him into conflict with a rising power, Japan.
When did they attack?
Midnight.
They're fucking monkeys.
The Japanese are a huge industrial and military force.
I know what your father would do.
Tell Japan we are at war.
The bishop says he has a genuine miraculous powers.
Don't be scared. Don't look at them, they don't matter. You're like the night. So much grief. None of us know where to go. It's frozen. Is it for him? So fragile. And tiny. Your little girl. You were just a child, too. She's gone. She's gone.
They've bombarded Port Arthur for over 2 weeks and shattered the Pacific Fleet. The people are desperate for a better life. They don't need a war.
Don't let people walk all over you, Nicky.
The Baltic Fleet, give me numbers.
42 ships, 12,000 sailors.
This is madness!
Send them all.
Don't come to me when it all turns to shit.
The war is going badly, disastrously. There are strikes in all the big factories. There is discontent. There is terrorism. Russia is seething on the edge of revolution. And the idea was that the good Tsar, the little father, would smile on them and help them.
Nicholas decides to leave behind the regiment of guards with orders to fire on protesters that get too close to the Winter Palace.
They say the people were cautioned again and again that they were going to shoot.
What else are the soldiers meant to do?
The people. They will never forgive me.
People, how strong you really are.
Grand Duke Sergei is very much the greatest nemesis of the revolutionaries. As governor of Moscow, he has hunted down revolutionary groups.
Fuck! I've done my duty!
This is a terrible moment for Nicky. Russia is totally humiliated.
The government they're asking for. You need to have an elected legislature, a Duma. It's the only way.
Where the hell were you? I told you it only takes a second, just a second of taking your eye off him. It's okay.
All we can do is give him something for the pain.
Oh, Christ, my lord.
You said you know someone.
Let not the devil come over the deathbed of thy servant.
We want an introduction. Right away.
Enough.
He could do something no one else could do. Calm the boy and stop the bleeding.
I don't know who I am.
You were his mother. You're also keeping the biggest secret in Russia. Now it is mine as well.
This brought him into conflict with his prime minister, Peter Stolypin, who was a great hope of the dynasty.
You can't resign.
You ignored my plea to stop the violence in the streets. And now I learn you are funding violent pogroms against the Jews. Give the people what they want.
Father Grigori says the people will follow their Tsar forever.
You trust him?
You will listen to me, or I will send you back to the nothing you came from.
Are you sure about that?
In his village, he was charged with theft and blasphemy. That file details several accusations.
I would rather have 10 Rasputins than one of my wife's episodes.
You will leave this city. This is power.
Only God knows what real power is. And death rides with you.
Long live anarchy!
Happy to die for the Tsar.
And death rides with you.
You were nothing without us.
Get the fuck off me!
My heart aches to see you again. To fall asleep on your shoulder.
He is hated because we love him.
It is precisely for that reason he has to leave.
I thought the Tsarina needed you.
She does.
Promise it won't hurt anymore.
Get him here. Any way you can.
Wait there. I need to send one back. Dear Tsarina, God has seen your tears and prayers. The little one will not die.
The arrival of Rasputin's telegram seemed to coincide with the stopping of his bleeding and his emergence from a near death.
It's good to be back.
The Austrians have begun firing on Belgrade. Germany is backing them.
War would mean sending hundreds of thousands of Russians to their deaths.
It means soldiers doing the job that they have been trained for. Being unarmed against Austria would be madness. We need to prepare for an attack.
Rory absolutely advises against war.
It was my decision based on the advice of my ministers.
Nikolasha is a dangerous man. He wants to be the people's hero.
What should we do?
The Tsar must be seen to be leader. He should take supreme control. Tsarina loves me. I can make her do anything.
We need to distance ourselves from him.
And what's the point in winning the war if the heir to the throne is dead?
Stop it!
People need to see their Tsar strong and in control. You should be leading the army. I will do whatever it takes to keep you by my side.
With Nicholas away at headquarters, she writes to him every day, sometimes several times a day, telling him what to do and what not to do, who to listen to, who to ignore. Remember to listen only to the advice of our friend, Rasputin.
Our friend says you should not advance to the north. Is the monk now making the military decisions?
Alexandra, who's German-born, is running the government, and she's guided by a mad monk.
Sexually depraved monk and a mad hysterica pulling the strings, and we are letting it happen. Well, someone has to do something.
I won't drink alone.
I prefer white.
The body of Grigory Rasputin was discovered beneath the ice of the Malaya-Nevka River. The infamous mystic had been poisoned, beaten, and shot in the head.
The only man who can save us, son.
I will head back to the war.
I can keep the ministers in line.
We will continue the way we were.
Workers are turning to revolution as the only way to change their fate.
Get up! You have your orders! Up that ladder!
You don't have to. Stand firm.
You will follow my orders.
That time How's it going?
Despite the massacre, the people won't back down. The next day, a group marches to the palace itself.
We have to leave.
We are in a fortress, Monsieur Julien, and you are scaring the children.
This morning, sir, thousands more soldiers deserted to join the uprising. You must renounce the throne in favor of your son Alexei, with your brother Michael as regent. It is the only choice you have left.
My son has a condition. He may only have a few years left. I will renounce the throne in both my name and his. My son will live with his family.
You are more precious to me as my husband than a son.
My boy, I'm so sorry.
You can have complete confidence in the provisional government to keep you and your family safe. But there are rules. The telephone line has been cut. Any communication must be via my office.
Why are the windows like that?
This is a prison, not a hotel.
Let's go and see your mother. Come on.
Mother, I don't have a fork.
Use your fingers.
How dare you talk to us like that?
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Let's just get back to dinner.
Who's looking forward to a game of Bezique tonight?
I'll play.
The friends of the Romanovs are no longer sleeping and will force the Red Army to capitulate. Officer of the Russian army.
Your new commandant, Yakov Yurovsky. From now on, the rules will be strictly enforced. Any attempt at escape will be severely punished. But you and I have met. You were completing your Far East tour. You stopped in Tomsk. I had a little flag. I was waving it. Just one of the little ants. You don't remember. There were millions of us. And one of you.
Everything I did for my country.
What did you do for the people? Russia is the people. Was there anything else?
I spoke to Comrade Lenin. We have the go-ahead for our operations.
There's a fight for the city. We need to move you all for your own safety. Nikolai Alexandrovich, Maria Nikolaevna, the Ural Regional Soviet Committee.
In all of history, it's hard to imagine an act that was so utterly barbarous.